History made at Old Trafford, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani completes 100% takeover of Manchester United. Manchester, May 21, 2025. A seismic shift has rocked the world of football, as Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani has officially completed a full 100% takeover of Manchester United Football Club. For the first time since 2005, the Red Devils are free from the grip of the Glazer family, ushering in a new era of promise, power, and potential at Old Trafford. The news has been met with euphoric celebrations from fans across the globe who have long demanded change at one of the sport's most iconic institutions. The Glazers' 19-year reign over Manchester United was marred by controversy and resistance. Their leveraged buyout in 2005 was met with fierce backlash, sparking protests that never truly faded. The debt-laden acquisition, which saddled the club with financial burdens, created a deep rift between ownership and supporters. While United achieved notable successes under the Glazers, including 5 Premier League titles and a Champions League crown under Sir Alex Ferguson, the post-Ferguson years were a different story. Mismanagement, inconsistent recruitment, and a lack of long-term sporting strategy contributed to a decline in performance and prestige. For many fans, the Glazer symbolized stagnation, greed, and detachment from the club's values. Sheikh Jassim's acquisition of 100% ownership marks not just a transfer of shares but a symbolic rebirth. A member of Qatar's ruling family and the former chairman of Qatar Islamic Bank, Sheikh Jassim has long been associated with a vision of modern, strategic, and sustainable investment in sport. His successful takeover bid, which beat out competition and overcame months of negotiation, promises to inject clarity, capital, and ambition into the heart of Old Trafford. In his first official statement, Sheikh Jassim expressed deep respect for the club's heritage and a commitment to restoring Manchester United to its rightful place at the pinnacle of world football. Manchester United is more than a football club, it is a global institution built on passion, resilience, and unity. We are here to honor that legacy and build upon it with purpose. From Manchester to Mumbai, Lagos to Los Angeles, fans have taken to the streets and social media to celebrate what many are calling Independence Day for the club. The celebratory scenes around Old Trafford included fireworks, chants, and impromptu parades. Banners bearing slogans like "Glazers out forever" and "The Reds are reborn" captured the mood of jubilance and relief. Leading supporter groups praised the new ownership for its transparency throughout the takeover process and lauded the vision outlined in early meetings. For the first time in decades, we feel listened to. Sheikh Jassim brings hope, and hope is powerful, said a representative of the Manchester United Supporters Trust. While celebrations are justified, eyes will now turn to what comes next. Early indications suggest that Sheikh Jassim's leadership will prioritize revitalizing football operations, with plans to restructure the football department, including appointing a world-class director of football and bolstering the scouting network. Investment in infrastructure, a long-awaited renovation of Old Trafford and improvements to the Carrington training facility are on the agenda. Sustainable spending, a new model of financial management that blends ambition with sustainability, moving away from the erratic spending and debt servicing of the past. Youth and academy focus, renewed emphasis on nurturing homegrown talent in keeping with United's rich tradition. Fan engagement, promises of closer collaboration with supporters, including proposals for fan representation at the board level and greater transparency in decision-making. The takeover also adds fuel to the ongoing debate about state-backed ownership in football. Critics argue that such takeovers raise ethical and regulatory questions, particularly around governance and fair competition. However, supporters point to the investment, modernization, and ambition that new ownership can bring, especially for a club that had been drifting for over a decade. Manchester United's takeover by Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani is a historic moment, signalling the end of a contentious chapter and the start of an ambitious new one. With fresh leadership, a renewed vision, and global fan backing, the Red Devils stand at the threshold of a potentially golden era. What happens next on the pitch remains to be seen, but off it, the winds of change are blowing through Old Trafford, and for the first time in years, they carry the sweet scent of hope.